Okay, we're getting ready to get started. Okay, so you're all here today for the 2024 Retinoblastoma Research Symposium. This, as I mentioned, is our first year hosting 3 different sites at the same time, and we're offering people in Vancouver or the area, and in the area of Toronto, area of Halifax, to join in person and meet other families, health professionals and researchers, and connect with their retinoblastoma community. Okay. So as Moj has introduced me, my name is Ivana Rostevsky. I'm your MC today, so you'll hear a lot from me. I'm a parent in research here with the Toronto team, and I'm the project coordinator for some of the projects. I help lead some projects. I'm also the steering committee of the Canadian Retinoblastoma Research Advisory Board. So I'll share a little bit about that soon. I'm excited to be here because I wanted to get involved in research so I could learn more about retinoblastoma and better understand so that I can then be a good teacher to my son and teach him to be a good advocate for himself. So this is one of the benefits that I've attained being a part of this team. So the host of this big event is the Canadian Retinoblastoma Research Advisory Board. And there's more information from the booklets everyone would have received. Each site would have a couple of copies. If not, we have it on our website, www.rbcanadaresearch.com. You can ask at your next in-clinic visit. You are ophthalmologists across Canada, we have copies. Or you can email us. There's some information on that when you look at the booklet virtually, how to contact us for your paper copy booklet. So CRAB is composed of patients, health professionals, and researchers from across Canada and also internationally. CRAB aims to have patients work alongside researchers and health professionals to create meaningful retinoblastoma research that is relevant to patients and improves outcomes. CRAB is not a charity, it's not an incorporated organization or a legal entity. You can learn more about CRAB through the booklet and the website. Anyone who's joining virtually will have those links posted and any other links I mentioned. If you're in person, you can ask someone from the lead at your location, or you can email us any questions afterwards at retinoblastoma.research@sickkids.ca. I want to make sure we thank our organizing committee. So getting ready across Canada, we have had people in Halifax, Vancouver, and Toronto put this event together. So I wanted to thank Bruce Crooks, Moj Alhamadi, and Thea Fines from Halifax. In Vancouver, we have Catherine Payton, Chloe Gregg, Ashley Tollerton, and Megan Weeb. Ashley and Megan are the child life leads. In Toronto, we have Helen Damaris, Caitlin Flagg, Morgan Livingstone, the child life lead in Toronto, and Joanna Stallo, also helping organize. And this wouldn't be possible without all our volunteers. So thank you to all our volunteers helping virtually, helping at each site. You've made this possible for everyone to participate. We have sponsors who make sure that this can be put on and hosted at the level that we can do. So we're not meeting in my kitchen or in my living room, crammed. So we want to thank BC Children's Hospital, IWK Health, and Sick Kids. They've all donated these rooms and supported in different ways. Dynacare, the Strand Corporation, Jake Kerr, and Archibald Maxiofacial Prosthetics. The agenda for today, we're going to do some introductions by each site, some housekeeping I'm going to go over. We're going to do a quick group picture, so everybody will just be seated, and our volunteer will take the photo from the front so that we can make a collage of everyone attending. We have an exciting keynote, Anti-Fragile, Nurturing Joy Through Our Toughest Times. Then we have a multidisciplinary panel ask the health professionals about retinoblastoma. We will take a short break for refreshments, and then we'll get right back into it with research workshops, and then we'll conclude with meeting evaluation and closing remarks, and then we will return tomorrow. Don't forget, please. So I would like to introduce our leads for each location. Every lead has been an active member of CRAB since the beginning. I will just go across our list, and then I will ask each lead to come up and present and have a welcome message. So we have Helen Damaris, who's a scientist at the Hospital for Sick Children. She conceptualized CRAB alongside patients, researchers, and health professionals, and it upholds the aims of the patient engagement strategy that guides CRAB in all projects and encourages others to meaningfully engage patients in research. We also have Bruce Crooks, oncologist at IWK Health. He has been an enthusiastic CRAB member who has attended all past symposia and regularly partners in retinoblastoma projects and attends CRAB events. This is the first time he's leading the RBO Research Symposium in Halifax. And Catherine Payton, joining us from Vancouver, ophthalmologist at BC Children's Hospital, has eagerly taken on all CRAB initiatives and attends the symposia and events. Catherine has also supported the symposium by seeking out funders and rallying a very enthusiastic team to support the event at her site. So this is Vancouver's also first time leading the RBO Research Symposium. So I would like to first ask Helen Damaris to come up and do a welcome and land acknowledgement.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ivana, and welcome everybody. It's so nice to see everybody in this room and across the country. It's our first time, as Ivana said, and I'm just thrilled to see how this group has grown, and I'm excited to see all the exciting creative things we get up to today. That's me, we don't need that. I wanted to start with a land acknowledgement. We want to acknowledge that we're meeting on land that has been inhabited by Indigenous peoples from the beginning. And as settlers, we're grateful to have the opportunity to meet here, everywhere we are, and we thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. Long before today, there have been Indigenous peoples who have been the stewards of this place, and here at Sick Kids, we want to acknowledge that the land on which Sick Kids operates has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat and the Petun First Nations, the Seneca, and most recently, the Mississaugas of the Credit River. Toronto is home to peoples from across Turtle Island. Sick Kids is committed to working toward new relationships that include First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people, and is grateful for the opportunity to share this land and caring for children and their families. And we'd also like to recognize that many of you are joining us today from many places, near and far, and acknowledge the traditional owners and caretakers of those lands. And so we'll pass it on also to the other members of CRAB. I think Halifax is next to tell us a little bit about where they are situated. Thank you.
Thank you, and welcome. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yes.
Yes. Welcome to the Retinoblastoma Symposium from Halifax. We're delighted to join you today. And we join you today from Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territories of the Mi'kmaq people here on Canada's east coast. We are bound by the treaties of friendship and peace that were signed originally in 1725, and we are all treaty people. And we also recognize that African Nova Scotians are a distinct people whose histories, legacies, and contributions have enriched part of Mi'kma'ki, known as Nova Scotia, for over 400 years, and we welcome them to us as well today. And we're a small but mighty group here in Halifax today, and we look forward to what the weekend has to offer. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. And Catherine. I have your slides ready whenever you're ready to give us a welcome note.
Good morning. Ivana, I think there's a land introduction slide. Thank you. My name's Catherine Payton. I'm the ophthalmologist here, but I am thrilled to be at a truly Canadian meeting where we're meeting coast to coast. In front of you, I have put a map of our coast of British Columbia on the far west of Canada. We are at BC Children's Hospital on the land of the Coast Salish people. And in our area, that's the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh. You see that there's a map that actually covers our entire province of all the different nations. And then we're in a tiny little corner of the pink part at the bottom. In the estuary, where there are multiple trails that are long-standing Aboriginal land. There's a second slide, please. The people here have taken care of the environment, of the sea, of the air, of the water, and of each other for millennia, and have allowed all of us from many lands everywhere to come and be here. We are grateful for their contributions and honor what they have done, and are very grateful for what you see in front of you here, the Indigenous health initiatives on our site. We're meeting around the corner from the Indigenous Health Office. The hummingbird is the symbol here. And you see a pole that is in the front that we might take our photo around later today, and the sacred space on our grounds here for families meeting. We welcome everyone and are grateful to be here, and are grateful to know their linkages to other places, the Yukon and Saskatchewan particularly, where we've had patients from. Good morning, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all our leads introducing their area and the land acknowledgements. So a couple of housekeeping items that I usually share is about using the term patient. So I've already used the term earlier today when I started, but to clarify, when I say patient, includes anyone with personal experience of a health issue or their informal caregivers, including family and friends. So I say patient, but that will also mean parents, grandparents, friends, and anyone else who's in that circle. We also don't use prefixes at our meeting here. We have a lot of different experiences so that we have parents and patients who are doctors in their own fields, and we have health professionals and researchers who might have lived experience of a health issue. So we all bring our own expertise, and we don't use prefixes, just first names. So what I'm trying to show here, a picture of a child dressed as a doctor. He is an expert in his journey, and we're all experts in our own journey. So feel free to, using first names only. Thank you. I just want to share with everyone how we're engaging today. So each location has a lead who you just heard a welcome note from. We also have a virtual moderator, Frances, who's in the room here with us, and she's listed as a volunteer, Frances. You can find her if you're a virtual attendee and have any questions and would like to share a question to the group or have Frances share on your behalf. During the Q&As and portions of the meeting where we can have discussions, I will offer each group a chance to have a discussion and question and answers for the presenters to hear and to answer them. If you think of something else after your group has presented, if you could alert your lead or raise your hand and wave us down, we will come back to you. But we are trying to stay on schedule to make sure everyone can continue their activities afterwards. to make sure that we are offering ample time for connecting with each other, we introduced this GroupMe app, or you can connect through your browser so that everybody can get together. We can discuss things that you would during networking time. We can use that during the meeting here. You can use it a bit after the meeting, but it's a good way to meet other people. And if you're looking to pose some questions to others, this would be the place to engage in a networking way, meet others, share your experiences with others, and hopefully walk away with a new friend. So I've put out some instructions of anybody who hasn't engaged with GroupMe, you can do so now. So if you want to download the app, you can get it from your app store if you search GroupMe. For your web browser, you go to www.groupme.com, and for both, just create an account. It does ask for a phone number, but it does not share any information other than the name you type at sign up. That will be visible. No other information is shared. So once you get there and have signed up, you can use this QR code or the link in the chat for those who are virtual to join this group. We have a specific group. So I don't have my phone on me, but if you open the camera app, I know I didn't know how to do this the first time, so I'm sorry if you guys already know. So you open your camera app and you just direct it at the QR code and a link will pop up and you just tap on that link. And that will lead you to, that's after you've set up your app and after you've signed up. And then it will take you to our group. I'll just give a minute here. I see some folks are doing that right now. One of the questions I had received about this was when you are trying to sign up, there's those two boxes before you click connect. One asks, would you like to connect your contacts or something? You can leave that one blank, but the second box asks that you confirm the, what's the standard? Acknowledge the terms, thank you, terms and conditions, yes. That one has to be clicked in order to proceed, otherwise it won't let you through. Okay. Does anybody need more time? Okay, so I have another activity now. Now that everyone has their phones out or is on their web browser, I have a poll to do a little bit of an icebreaker. So we're going to do this activity, a similar activity, but now we're using a Mentimeter to do a poll and to see how everyone's feeling, and we'll be able to see the results right away. And this will be a fun little thing. It's totally anonymous. You have to scan the code and it will lead you to the survey. So I'm going to leave this up for a minute, and then I'm going to open up the survey so you guys can see it. Okay, I have the survey up. So the code, if you're on the web browser, you can go to menti.com, and there's a code on the screen, which is 198394440, or you can use the QR code. So the first question is, how are you feeling today? And I have these little crabs to show their feelings, because CRAB, short form for Canadian Retinoblastoma Research Advisory Board. So I see we have 13 are very excited so far, 9 are happy, 17 are ready to learn, 2 are confused. Good thing no one is sad or angry. If anyone is confused or has questions, please send us an email. We can address anything. Yeah, or raise a hand. And you can alert your lead in your location, or our Zoom volunteers here will help flag me down to stop and answer. Perfect. So Next question was, are you familiar with Canadian Retinoblastoma Research Advisory Board? Now, I did go through this, so if people pick yes, because they just heard it for the first time. So 35 said absolute, 36 absolute, oh, it's climbing. 7 or maybe, okay, that's good. So if you have any questions, grab somebody today and we can talk about it. Our Zoom moderator, Francis, has answers for you if you're virtual. If you're in person, we have volunteers at each site. So if you're in Halifax, Moj helped create or distribute the booklets and is familiar with CRAB. She has a lot of answers. And in Vancouver, Dr. Payton has been a strong champion of CRAB and can help answer questions as well. Also, of course, you can email us. And last question, what are you looking forward to the most this weekend? So we have some very close answers of meeting other families and survivors. That's perfect. So go on the GroupMe app and make some connections. Otherwise, you can try to meet someone new in person, which would be awesome. Timing is a little bit tight sometimes, so arrive early tomorrow for our coffee and refreshments for more networking time. Learning more about RB, that's fantastic. We do have a panel today about asking health professionals about retinoblastoma. And people answered using my knowledge and experience to move research forward. We will have workshops this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon where you will get to do that. Networking, we have 15 people. 2 are having a relaxing break. Fantastic. There's refreshments for you to just chill and relax. And children's program, and that's a really fun activity that if you are sneaking past to use the bathrooms down the hall for Toronto, but if in the Halifax and Vancouver, they have some child life, you can take a look and see what that looks like. And for next time, you can bring your children to these activities, and that's for all attendees, not just parents of retinoblastoma children, for all children. Okay, we're going to do the group photo right now. If a volunteer can come up to the front of each location and we can do a quick group photo to capture everyone who's here.
Maybe also for the online people?
Yes, the online people, if you could turn your cameras on, and our volunteer will capture the screenshot of everyone. So
Should you stop sharing for that?